Hi, hey, this is Eric from Eric Ross Winery. And the question arose of who would you like to interview that you didn't have a chance to? And without a doubt, a huge influence in my photojournalism career was Eugene Smith. And in 1948, he traveled for Life magazine to Crumling, Colorado, and documented a country doctor. It just was a beautiful photo essay on what a country doctor faces and deals with. And W. Dean Smith was brilliant at allow the subjects to reveal what they're about and their story. Now you ask, what does it have to do with wine? Well, pretty much everything. It's my approach on winemaking. It's respecting what the fruit is about and the vineyard's about and showcasing the personality of that particular varietal. A huge influence on a lot of winemakers is ANDRÉ.
Hello, I'm Rod Davis, and I got a fun story to tell you about my wonderful adventures with ANDRÉ TCHELISTCHEFF. His wisdom, his poetry, his humor, his mere soul, captured me, but also would define the wine that I made for 43 years at Jordan Winery. Very different than what I learned at UC Davis. Not how to make an artistic wine or particularly a great wine. Nothing against UC Davis, but they wanted to make sure that you understood the science behind the wine, the organic chemistry behind the wine, how to avoid the bad things in wine. So here it was, it shut up to pop, and it was our final winery we were visiting before our flight home. Met the gentleman, and of course, he says, well, we have 30 wines for you to taste out of barrel. And Andre says, Monsieur, he says, what's this barrel over here? Oh, he says, you see, Andre, he says, I'm a negociant. Well, this barrel, I picked the grapes, I crushed the grapes, I pressed them myself, I made this wine by myself. And I literally felt like I was right back in UC Davis trying to recognize off flavors in wine. There were some components in the wines that I had never smelled before, but it was not very pleasant at all. Well, I look over and see Andre, and he gets very serious. And look, God's eyes are shining upon it, how beautiful it is. And he says, Monsieur, he says, I get beautiful ruby, just my ruby lips like kissing a beautiful woman. And I said, Andre, I said, gosh, something's wrong. I can't, I think I lost my sense of smell. He goes, what are you talking about? And I said, well, when I smell that wine, it's oxidized, it smells of vinegar. I know. I said, you know, but all those wonderful things you said about this wine. And he goes, yes, Rob, when I smelled this wine, I realized this is the wine looking for a friend. So many wonderful tales I could tell you about Andre. That was one of my favorites, but a true gift to work with him for 18 vintages. And in my heart, I still work with this man. Cheers.